Chief.
I'm ready. I've been checking their levels. I shouldn't have to adjust anything.
Am I good?
Check.
Yep.
Try a diagram like this.
Yep. Instead of just keep going like this the whole time you're talking. Then I just censor it out.
Yeah, good thing you got that diagram. Or actually, wait, did we already start?
Are we starting?
Have we started?
Have we started?
Welcome
Hello.
to Sutton Says.
Wait, you're drinking a beer? You guys are all drinking beer.
He was
Here.
drinking one, so then I was like, all right, well,
You
if we're
can
gonna
go
get
grab
a,
me
I'm
some.
gonna get a
If
beer.
you're
if
gonna
we're gonna
get
get a
more.
warm up
We'll get some
brew.
beers for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll restart. We'll start with one of them. We're here with Dumb and Dumber, Tweedledee. Welcome back to Sutton Says. Shout outs to our sponsors, Pure Culture Vodka. Shout outs to the Weldon. We got to fix the Get PC thing. I'll work on that this week, but they've been great to us. They're awesome people. They also are they a preferred vendor here? I know you guys sell them, right?
Yeah, we sell everything.
We sell everything. Hell yeah. One time for Anthony.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Nice to hang out with you. See, now
Good
he's
to see you.
spaced out.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
it's all fucking awkward and shit. But Stanton Bowery, a lot of people know 511 in this area, but the West Palm people know of a couple of other spots. New York, I believe there's 2.
Yep, there's 2 up in New York, 2 in West Palm, and then location in Palm Beach, and then this location.
And those are Stanton Bowery specific.
Correct.
And then you guys have affiliations and you helped open some other ones.
Yep. We also have 4 other ones, Barstool bars, in Chicago, Nashville, Philly, and Scottsdale.
Hell yeah. All right, so now that Reed has returned, we can get an actual cheers in. Welcome, boys.
Cool.
That was probably the worst intro I've ever had, but it doesn't matter.
It's on brand.
We're back for season 3. Yeah, we start off very weak, but we finish
Season
strong.
3.
Season 3.
Oh shit.
Season 1 was
How many episodes are in one season?
the first one was 10. Then a bonus episode,
Oh.
and then I had to delete one of them because the person that I recorded got very canceled.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I can't.
Who was that? Can we say names?
DJ Cat, but I think he was like
DJ Cat?
no, he's a DJ person.
Oh.
But I think he got canceled around the time that you guys were like coming in, so you probably never saw any of the hype or any of that. You got to avoid it.
As long as we didn't hire him.
Doesn't matter. You did not. No.
All right. That was close. That was close, Tony.
Oh yeah. We've introduced Anthony. This is Reed. he's the brains of the operation, as you can see. How you feeling, Reed?
Yeah, I feel good. Thanks, yeah.
Um,
Got a good night's sleep.
You were
I got a
down.
beer.
There we go. Anthony introduced the names of the West Palm venues. You were down there at 1, 2, 3 originally.
Yeah.
Founding father.
Kind of, like, close. I was, at the time, I was swapping my seasons between the Hamptons and Palm Beach, like the winter in Palm Beach and summer in the Hamptons.
Fire.
Like about 6
Snowbird.
years. Yeah, it was cool. My family's got a place out there, so it was nice to swap the major seasons like that as a bartender.
Right.
Made a lot of money doing that. Then I would, from the Hamptons, I'd come back for the winter season in Palm Beach and just, kind of pick up where I left off or grab like a new job or something, whatever was like the new hot spot or something, so I capitalize on the whole deal.
Whatever the move was.
Yeah. And I came back, it was my last summer there, because I came back in September for a hurricane that was happening, because I don't like to miss hurricanes.
You like to ride them.
I like to have the hurricane around me. So I came back for the hurricane. And when the hurricanes happen in Palm Beach, all the power goes out, but 3 restaurants stay open, which is owned by one of our partners down there. And they run the generator. So when the power goes out, everyone goes out to the bar. So we went out to the bar, and they had just opened 1, 2, 3, maybe. That was in April, I guess, Anthony. Yes, this was September. So, a couple months before that, and I ran into our partner Nick there, and I was like, "Hey, I'm coming back in like 2 months. Like, give me a job." And I was kidding because, usually it's always about female forward staff.
Right.
And so I was like, and he goes, "Yeah, done." I was like, "Oh, okay, great." So I came back and started in October at 1, 2, 3. So yeah, about 6 months into being open or so.
Female forward.
Yeah.
Makes sense why
I
he
fit right.
grabbed you.
I fit right in, I guess.
I know I wanted to address the elephant in the room earlier, but what? Wow, you gay? you get a lot of like allegations pointed at you. About
Yeah, I think
that.
it's because I just let it fly.
Yeah, you don't mind like
fly
a
with
good
it,
wiener
babe.
joke
I don't
or
mind it.
any of the memes, any
I
of
don't
it.
mind it. Yeah.
Yeah,
knows?
it freaks some people out,
I
but it
know.
doesn't seem
Yeah,
to
that's
faze
part
you.
of why I do it.
Right. And it seems like you guys have two different styles with the way you go about things.
Me and Tony?
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
Anthony, would you say you're a little bit more reserved?
Yeah. Definitely a little quieter. I stay out of the limelight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hide from the
Yeah. Very comfortable
I try to
staying
get him in
behind.
it as much as I can.
Now, you, Anthony, you were in New York first.
Yep.
Then you did move down here. You were halfway living here for a second. That was kind of confusing.
During our construction, I was back and forth between our other spaces. When this was being built out, it took a while, just COVID, coming out of COVID, supply chains, all that. And then, moved down full time. And for the opening, helped make sure kind of the opening and everything went good. And Reed came over all the time during that too, but he was kind of doing the same thing back and forth from West Palm.
Yep.
But yeah. Originally, I came from New York, though. Our property's up there.
So now you're not even really, like you said, you've been back and forth, but it's much more spread out now, and you're not even in New York.
No, I mean, my home base is here, which is great because it's warm at least.
Right.
But we're, all our spaces are kind of scattered. So when I'm traveling between them, it's bouncing back and forth between that and then that and we have QSR spaces as well, some fast food spots, and that's kind of something new. So I've been up there a lot as well, up in
Some
Charleston.
fast food spots.
Yeah.
You can say them.
So modest.
Yeah, you can say it. I think they've heard of them.
The Popeyes. So we have Popeyes as well.
Flex your Popeyes, bro. That is
Stanton
tough.
Bowery Foods.
Yeah. So again, this is like it's basically for entrepreneurs and people just in any industry that kind of live an unorthodox lifestyle, or I guess the nightlife lifestyle, and being a bar or club owner is more of an unorthodox route compared to what most people do. Yep. As someone that does that plus franchises out Popeyes, where does that intersect? Like, why did you bump into the Popeyes after bars?
I think our group just always is looking for good opportunities to grow as a whole. I definitely came up a different route than Reed. I came from accounting, kind of came that route, and
Get closer to the mic.
more or less fell into it. But, as I started to get into the industry, it fascinated me. I think it's a really, can be very fun and interesting, and there's a lot of different opportunities, and I've been able to learn and have a lot of fun chances to do fun things. So
yeah, I think that's cool. I think you're one of the only one. Well, you were the only one until Gerber came on who hadn't actually had
bar experience
or any real service
Yeah.
experience like that.
Because you're hard. You're
I'm
true
in
to the core.
I'm in
Like
it,
you're a
man.
bar dude.
I'm in it.
Yeah.
Full deep.
Yeah, and
Can I say
it
balls? Can I say
complements balls.
I can say balls. Balls deep in it.
You get pretty. Well, no, I don't want to. I was gonna say you can say whatever, but it's
do
gonna
not
get,
say that.
I have strict instruction not to say anything though.
Yeah, the lawyers. They're on me again. I tell you.
But yeah, I think that's cool that we have that Anthony had no experience like that. It's cool to see people come into it with nothing behind it and learn the whole thing.
Right.
It's kind of like how Coda did it too. Coda's our COO, and he pretty much did it the same way. He worked in kitchens and then swiftly got moved up fast to running the bar in Palm Beach, and now to fast forward to our COO. So
Damn, he was in the kitchen.
he was in the kitchen.
That's a grind.
He was in the kitchen, cranking pizzas.
Damn, at 1, 2, 3.
At 1, 2, 3, yeah.
Has Big Barstool boss man, has he graded any of the pizza spots that you guys have?
Yeah, he did. He did 1, 2, 3.
What'd they get?
Kind of accidentally too, actually. Like he walked right by it. It was kind of the new into our relationship with them, and he was in town there and walked by it, and one of our regulars had caught him on the corner and was like, "Oh, hey, were you probably just doing 1, 2, 3's pizza review?" And he was like, "The hell is that?" So he told him. So thanks to that regular who did that and pointed him, and he's like, "Oh shit, okay, I'll go back and do it." So he went back and did it. I think he gave us a 7.4. But it was screwed up because I know that pizza could have done at least a 7.8 by his scale.
Right.
But our chef, at the time, he had taken a walk down the street to a CVS because it was very slow. It was a Sunday. It was very slow. He'd taken a walk down the street to get something from CVS, and it was right at the time he come in. And I remember watching a review where Dave was like, he hated to wait for pizza, or some spot he did. He was upset that they made him wait. So instead of making him wait for this kid to come back, Tyler, our GM over there, got behind the bar and made the pizza, and yeah, we got a 7.4. Thanks, Tyler.
Damn.
So.
What about 310?
Actually, might have been a 7.2.
Yeah, he did 310.
I think it was a 7.2. Oh yeah, and 310.
7.2 is not bad.
7.2. Yeah, it wasn't bad, but I think we could have gotten better.
It's a great review though. Go watch it.
Yeah. Oh God, that's right. Yeah, that's the review with the girl showed her.
And he's all pissed off.
No, he was happy. He was.
Right.
He had a good time. But it was busy too, so it was nice. At that time when he did it, people showed up, so it was kind of cool.
They probably got word that he was walking by, and then as soon as he walks in, it's just
it was
bang.
quick, man. As soon as people recognized, people were shouting from the streets and everything like that. Yeah, and then first he did 310. I forgot about 310.
What'd they get?
8-1.
I was gonna say that's more his style. I feel like.
Yeah.
310's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have.
A lot of fun.
So is the mold? You just copy and paste each one in a spot that seems pretty cool. Because it seems like 310 feels like half the size of here. 1, 2, 3 is its own sort of thing, because you have 4 attached.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But still, it's also a cut down.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 was more or less a copy of 310, which was the first one, and then there's a lot of connections between West Palm and New York. As the guys we work for started, that was kind of their next spot they looked at and thought it would be good. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shout out to Rick and Josh one time.
Yeah.
I think I met them a couple times.
You may have.
No, I definitely met Rick.
Yeah, you probably met Rick for sure being down here.
TLC guy, he 90s hip hop.
Yeah, I think we can describe Rick as that. Yeah, some of TLC and 90s hip hop. Yeah, sounds about right.
I played something like that. He was like, "That's good. That's good."
That's probably him.
Okay, cool.
He is a 90s hip hop fan. That was, I think, putting that concept, the concept from New York coming to Palm Beach was big, with the reciprocation. It was crazy. And when I came on, too, I used to, a hotel I worked at in Palm Beach, I met a lot of New York City guys. Palm Beach is reciprocal to New York, heavy.
Pipeline.
And, it turned out, these guys, I worked at this hotel for maybe 4 years and made a lot of connections there. And when I came on with 1, 2, 3, all these guys were coming in, the same guys. And it turns out they were all, best friends with Rick. So it was really funny how that came around too, really small world, that he knew all these guys. He was asking, I kept coming up to me at the bar and saying my name and all this stuff. And he was like, "Who the hell is this guy?" I had just met him, and I just met Rick, and then
all the dots connect.
Yeah, and he's like, "What the fuck?" So it was funny to see that I had known all his friends, and never met him for 4 years before that.
So how many years deep are we in the full Stanton Bowery U2? Has it been a 4-year thing, a 10-year thing?
So our first bar opened in September 2015.
That was 310?
Yeah, 310.
Damn.
1, 2, 3 was the second, and that opened in April of 2017.
Yeah.
And so Reed started about 6 months after that.
Yeah, October of 17, yeah.
So I met him soon after that. I was going back and forth very few times. Every couple months I might go down for a week.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when 82 was opening too.
Right.
So I was up in New York a lot, focusing on 310 and 82. 82 is the best.
Yeah.
You gotta
Better
go.
than 310?
82.
No, I mean it's just different.
Yeah,
it's a
82 is
small,
cool.
small neighborhood bar, big
Yeah.
outside patio.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Just the true neighborhood bar, in deep in Lower East Side, and right on the corner of a busy intersection. So first time I went there was for Fashion Week. Ooh. And I went to guest bartend, which fucking holy shit, that was one of the coolest shifts I ever had. And I got behind that bar and it's just models, they're all staying at the hotels right around 82, right down there, and they were just walking, just models rushing back and forth through these intersections and stuff, and all our windows open up so you can see everything from behind the bar. You can see everything that's going on.
10 feet tall.
Yeah, oh man, and they're coming in and they're all in the bar, and we had, I think we had espresso martinis on draft or something there, it was on draft. So it's just cranking martinis on draft, which was great, and man, it was nuts. That was such a cool shift. Just middle of the day, good afternoon, day party. Oh man. Yeah.
Was both of them rocking during COVID?
310 closed like a few days before the city made everyone shut down because our whole staff got sick, and Melissa was the GM and she got it.
Damn.
Unbeknownst, like that, everyone had it.
But the city rocked everyone. And you guys kind of had to,
we were closed for 13 months.
Holy shit.
Damn.
And then 82 opened a few days. You were allowed to serve drinks out the window. So you'd be bored and just go down and make some drinks. You could serve them out the window. People walking by, your friends would come say hi, grab drinks, bring them back to their place.
The little styrofoam cup, just quick. Yep. What did you guys have to do in West Palm?
West Palm was super unique with that because
Because
it's Florida, and nobody we ignored it for a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
Until
put that on my face.
Until it was really a national disaster deal. Or world. I think before it was global. Then they're like, oh shit, okay, the whole globe's doing something. Then we might have to pay attention to it. We shut down. We shut down Florida for like 2 weeks, maybe, like fully shut down, and used that time to like. It was right when Ford just kind of opened too, in a way, so we were using it to do like remodels and stuff, coming in there and like help fix little things what we could, as the governor fought to get us open. So we knew it was going to happen pretty soon. And then like Anthony said, with us too, it opened as we could start doing to-go drinks out the window. So we batched cocktails and sold them out the window to everybody, and which was actually it was really cool to see. The whole experience was very cool in Florida because. It sucked for so many businesses, everywhere, and even down by us. I mean, like it just brought the whole community outside. Yeah. And and so the whole we live on a low volume block there, so everyone was out in the streets. You were all hanging out. It brought everyone out to kind of converse, safely in a way, I guess. But we could give them cocktails. There's a field right across the street, so everyone brought their dogs. You could hang out. It was like almost like a block party every day.
And you're outside.
Yeah. So and like some DJs would come set up outside, until nobody really cared, whatever.
There's no rules.
Yeah, it wasn't really bothering anyone really, and everyone was being safe and not, weren't like all hugging and making out or anything. So nobody was being bothered. Yeah. And the businesses were, complying with what you had to do.
Need to.
Yeah. So it was a hell of a thing, and then it grew back to as we got closer and closer, we can only do tables, and we brought everyone back in for that. Had a certain amount of people in there, and those parties were really fun, and it was good for us too. The main thing was we were trying to break into bottle service at that time for that bar, and we were trying to figure it out, and it just with COVID you had to have a table to come in, so. It got the
reservation system.
Exactly. So it just put that on everyone's mind. So as we came back fully strong, it was in everyone's mind. Okay, I need to buy a table. So coming back, we were all tables booked for
cake.
Going forward. So it was great. Yeah. So that part was really cool. But yeah, it was definitely a hell of an experience. But I think that 1, 2, 3, and everything down there came back really, really strong.
Yeah. And then what brought you guys? I mean, you seem like you're opportunists business-wise. Is that what brought you guys up to Tampa, or was there just a need, or you guys got a call?
Yeah, I mean, the West Palm team was looking here for a while. Tyler and Ryan, counterparts, they were looking for a while. Reed's brother lives up this way and had been up this way, so it was always discussed as a place, and obviously Florida's a business-friendly state, so that helps to keep it in a state that's not fighting you on everything. So it made it kind of a natural choice, to come this way, and I think it was good. It was surprising, I think, how receptive downtown was to a kind of a good neighborhood, upscale neighborhood bar.
I mean, it needed something else.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of opportunity down here for people to come put things in this downtown area here.
Yeah.
And it
Get
is really
some neighbors on either side.
I know, yeah.
You guys wouldn't worry about competition
think
that.
We
That would drive more
welcome
traffic.
it. Yeah, I think we welcome it. I think the one thing that's missing down here in downtown that hurts us, so to speak, in a way, is that we don't have walking around traffic. We're a destination place.
Right.
But yeah, not like Hyde Park where everyone's walking around, and you can count on that. We have to count on our reputation and the fact that we're got to always be cranking and doing, making the best party we can,
right?
To make sure those people want to get in their Uber from wherever the hell they are and risk coming here, maybe standing in line, and just kind of have that intermission in their night to come and take a chance on us. You know, whereas I'd love it to be walking around where you're just coming in, checking it out, and things like that. So yeah,
fish in a barrel.
Yeah, we need more. Yeah, we need more businesses down here.
Well, they're on the way. Yeah. With all these high rises coming in, the redevelopment project, all that. Isn't there supposed to be like 10 or 15 high rises coming in the next 3 years, 5 years?
I see a lot of them just around here, like just walking around these 2 blocks right here, going up. And
throw a couple lounges at the little bottom floor of that, or a little pool lounge, something else. Keep like adding to it.
Yeah, I talked to a lot of people that come in here, and they've got some ideas too. A lot of very entrepreneurial city for sure. People are always thinking of ideas and
then they
do
talk
stuff.
shit.
Yeah, so
Then they come to you. You know, we're
yeah.
gonna put you on business, big coke. It's like, oh, okay.
Smile and wave,
Yeah, like yeah, you got it. You let me know when you guys are opening. I'll be there for the ribbon cutting and all that shit. Nah. But Tampa has kind of welcomed you guys. It seems like
Super humbling. Yeah,
hasn't
really.
been too much beef for you. I don't think. I mean,
No,
not
no
too many-
beef for us. We love everybody, man. We want to work with. We want, I think, our industry to unite more in this town and bring more businesses together to work together to create more days and more fun parties and stuff together rather than working against each other and separating everything. And every man for himself kind of deal, but because we learned that in Palm Beach, that's kind of the way that works really well.
Yeah.
If you could partner with places that your competition, so to speak, or whatever, or
Yep.
just other spots that people go. If your demographic likes another spot, hey, let's partner with them.
Works.
Because hey, now it's the two places they like combined, doing something cool. So
Right.
I'd like to try to do more of that, and hopefully we can put some stuff like that together.
It works in Orlando too, and I feel like the way Sundays work, with it being hospitality, Tony does a pretty good job of getting the hotel bar people, the AMSO people, penthouse people, whoever, and getting them and just coming in and just chill.
Yeah, no, he's done a great job with that Sunday party, man. Yeah, for sure. I credit him to really most of this, pretty much all the success with it. Yeah, he puts it all. I mean, I don't know anybody really here. I'm still new to this town. I just officially moved here maybe 4 months ago. And when I was coming back and forth, it was just like I was here at the bar and then I was sleeping and now I'm here in the bar.
Right.
So I never really got to get out and meet anybody really. And he's introduced me to a lot of people through that Sunday and stuff that he's put together. So yeah, definitely been a big deal, and it's grown pretty well now. Yeah.
So you've been in Tampa full time 4 months.
4 months, yeah.
What? I mean, you're full time West Palm. Why?
Yeah.
Why here?
Well, I think that, I was going back and forth, every other weekend, which I didn't mind it so much.
It's a lot.
It got to be a lot. It got to be a lot for my girlfriend, for sure, being away, and then she's got two legless cats to take care of. So,
Damn.
it was a lot for her. So, and so I figured, I coming here, and I got my brother here too, which is great, and I, have been in the same city as him in a long time.
Fire.
So I think that's really cool to be here with him and my cousin Frank. And
Shout out to Frank.
Cousin Frank. And I think so. I had to convince her, Leah, to come over here and stuff, and that it was a move, and which was a little tough because she got all her friends there,
Right.
And that was tough for her to leave. But I think it's cool. I'm excited for a new city. What it is for me, it's a whole new. And I realize it's a whole new market here. It's not Palm Beach at all. Like, things that work in Palm Beach don't really necessarily work here.
Yeah.
Which is great. It's cool because I'm learning a whole new market again. Where in Palm Beach, I've been doing it for 8 years over there, and
Got it down.
We got it down, and we're in a good place there. And the kid CJ, who took over kind of my role over there, is doing a great job connecting with the community again and revamping pretty much everything, giving it a new breath of life, really, as a younger guy.
Right.
So me coming over here, learning a whole new market is really cool for me and motivating again for me to do that. So
Fire.
yeah.
Then we need to go. He needs a cut for a break, right? How much time? Okay. Well, let's just cut it now anyway, because I started doing that, and then we'll be right back.
Hello.
Are we back?
We're back.
All right. So, and we're back.
We're back.
Thank you again to our sponsor.
Yeah.
All right. You all right?
Who's the sponsor?
You want to give Saratoga a shout out? They look like they're doing all
Not
right.
yet. Not yet. Not until we get
Not
the
yet.
check.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'll censor that out. We'll literally blur that out. Never mind. This is another powered by Holland's football episode.
What about
Shout
Eric's?
out to
What about
Holland's
Eric's
football.
company?
They got the first one.
Wait, what? Oh, you already shouted him out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How many we give him? I mean,
Nah,
shout out to Eric,
he's
man.
a
Eric's
cool,
good dude.
cool
That's
guy,
my
cool
dog.
guy.
Yeah, we love
Brother's
Eric.
my
Eric.
fraternity too. File for bringing. But so the big bosses. I
Yeah.
guess we'll let you run with this one first. What's your favorite part about being an owner, being your own boss, entrepreneur?
Yeah, well, I could correct that. A lot of people think I am one of the owners, but I'm not generally. That's Rick and Josh. I have equity stake that I've earned through the company in a few locations. So I guess, Josh sometimes will refer to me as a partner, which is nice.
Equity makes you a big boss.
Oh, that's good to know. Write that down, Anthony.
Yeah. Put that in his bio.
Yeah. Yeah. What was the question again?
What's your favorite part?
My favorite part? I don't know. I guess it's I guess it's just being included in some of the major decisions that we do. Like if we're looking at something in new locations, being brought in on that and going to the new location, just kind of scout it out and give my ideas and thoughts and being brought in on like the architecture of, and the build out and stuff like that is really cool to kind of see to come to fruition, when you're involved in something like that. And just the early stages of bringing like a new place and bringing like a vision, being part of a vision that gets brought to life in front of you is pretty cool.
Sick.
Yeah.
You get to watch it from scratch.
Yeah, and be part of that and all that stuff. It's really cool. And build the bar out, which is what I like to do, and that's my role in it, is the bar-related stuff. So, watching that come to fruition and meet the companies and put deals together and, hire staff and just, that's pretty fun.
What about you?
Mine, I think, more just the flexibility it's been able to let me have, in a sense of like, there's times, especially since I'm not always on site. I mean, and I am, from when we first opened, the first 6-7 months I was here every day, but because my role is a little bit different at times and focused on, the back end stuff, it's nice to be able to work somewhere else sometimes besides in the same cubicle or same bar or whatever it might be. For me, that was always important to be able to, okay, if I need to go work from home for a day or be with someone or a family, that was always nice, but it kind of goes both ways, double-edged sword too, because on that side, we were just talking, I took a couple days, I was away with Melissa and my wife, and I certainly can't just turn my phone off, like people to an extent understand that, okay,
I was gonna say, what's
I'll try to figure something out, but also like you're going to get a call at 3 a.m. or when the alarm system's going off and the cops are being called, like your phone's still getting that phone call at 3 a.m.,
That's the thing. That's the thing in this industry, like no matter what, like you said, no matter even if you're on PTO, like you're never off. You're never off in this industry, which kind of makes it fun, but also
GM has a mental breakdown.
You gotta handle it. I mean, if you have to take a couple days and get your mind right, your phone's still gonna probably be on. But, but you need to take that time. But it's fun. It's funny that we don't have any days off. We don't have days off.
No.
I mean, 2 days, Christmas and Thanksgiving. We close.
That's right. Yeah, that's true.
2 days.
Well, now we do. We didn't used to. We didn't used to. So now we do. That's nice. Yeah. Look forward to that. What we got? 8 more months till day off.
Yeah, but we'll be here still.
We'll still be here.
You're around. We'll be just eating Thanksgiving.
Actually, we just come and open the bar anyway for us.
And then when they can't figure out something up there, something's going on, you're coming right back in 2 seconds
man.
anyway.
No doubt.
So would you say, to juggle that, to know you don't really have time off, but you still have life going on, your friends, family, everyone else runs a regular schedule. How do you manage to balance not really having time off with all the different endeavors, with finding time to kind of decompress a little bit? You got to have windows or something. You got to.
I mean, I think for me, both of us really, we both have girls that are career girls in this industry,
right?
So they get it, which is cool. I think a lot of people have trouble finding, if you work in this industry, I always say to people that you have to find somebody that works with it too, because it's just tough. And it's hard for other people to understand, especially if someone has never worked in this industry and you're dating them.
They're not going to.
There's no fucking way they're going to understand what you're going through, because they've never had it firsthand, and it's probably not going to work out.
And they need to go to the farmer's market on Saturday morning after you just closed at 3 in the morning.
Right, 100%. And they're pissed because you're not waking up. So you got to have people like that around you. My family gets it too, so I don't get any flack for missing holidays and stuff like that. They see me when we can, and that's cool with me and and them too, and that we get it. But finding time, I think Anthony and I have a domestic partnership as well that we share, and we share a boat membership club with that. So we use that when he's in town and I'm in town for the. In their areas, it's in Palm Beach and Tampa. Whenever I can take the boat out, I think that's a good way that myself and Leah always clear our heads in this industry.
Get on the water, baby.
Get on the water, and then it's all good out there. So, or any beach time and stuff like that. So, as long as we're in the water, I think that's when
we're getting back into that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What about you? I mean, you like the boat.
Yeah. Our domestic partnership's
he's paying for
beneficial.
Yeah, he's still thrown up by the domestic partnership thing. He's like, he hasn't seen that paperwork.
I hope the people don't watch this.
They're on to us.
You got a discount for it.
They already thought you were gay, bro.
There's no question there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just finding the time, finding those moments. Like, I know, for instance, Sunday in New York for me used to always be that time. Like, outside of football, that was a day that I knew was a little bit slower. I better take advantage of it. You know, go do Sunday fun day with friends, go grab dinner, do something, call it early, make sure you grab sleep when you can. Just because it's real easy. I mean, you can burn out real easy in any career or job, but specifically one that runs crazy hours. You know, it's tough to go to sleep at 5 a.m. 3 days a week and then expect yourself to sleep at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. the other days.
That's a good point.
It's an ask.
Because you still your doctor only works till 5 p.m. So you still got to get up and make appointments. You got to do this and that, the gym, all that. Find time.
We've all tried to do it the other way.
Yeah.
Where it's no, I could do a day job and do my nightlife stuff at the same time.
I know some of these girls here do that. They work here, and we've had staff that does that. I think that's crazy. It's too much for that. I don't know.
I mean, if I were
you got the juice.
If I was young, I would do the
same.
same thing though. Now knowing, I wasn't when I was young. I didn't start working in the industry till I was 26, 27. And it was remote, but there's a lot of opportunity. You can make a lot of money if you're smart. Save that and work a couple days a week. Like, you can make a ton of money.
Is that what your advice is for the young hustlers?
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a side gig, like, you can probably spend less time working 2-3 days a week bartending, something on the side, and make a lot more money than doing drop ship or whatever crypto scheme you're brewing up in your brains.
There's some pretty good shit coins out there now.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Okay, I'm back in on that.
Would your advice be similar?
I guess. I mean, like, if you're, my advice kind of only relates really to this industry. So it's like, if you're looking to do something like we do here with Stanton Bowery or whatever, like, I've talked to people who want to open their own thing and start something, and they because they're out here partying and they think that they get it, which is fine. I mean, try something. Always try something. But I always tell them to start small, pick a small spot. Don't go big. Don't go something like this size, and thinking it's going to be huge. Yeah, this is a big room. Start something small and go in with people you trust. Don't grab random people. And if you want to invest, I get a lot of people here that ask, like, in this town, that are asking how to invest in a hospitality spot, or where to do it and what to look for and stuff. And again, I just say, like, vet your people. That if you find a spot you like, first, and then find a concept you like and that you can get behind, and then vet the people that you're going to invest with and make sure that they're good people you want to be bound to. But yeah, just don't throw your money at anything really, just because it's a shiny thing. That's what I would say.
And these random people will get you.
Yeah, man. It's just we see it. I think I see it happen a lot of times out here. Because it's a fickle business, man. It's
Yeah.
You got to ride the trends. You got to know your market, and you got to constantly change and constantly do not so much change, but you got to constantly be doing fresh new things. Which is what we do a lot in this company. With all our locations, our main thing is to keep. Well, once we find something that works, really cool. While that's working, we're figuring out what the next thing to work is. Yeah. So we're never sitting still and saying, okay, great, we found what's working. Let's kick back and hang out now. No, like, all right, fuck yeah. What's the next fucking thing that's gonna happen? So it's nonstop, which makes it fun. That's what I like about this industry, is that it forces you to be creative, and most of us in this industry are forced to be creative, so it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say that? Damn, that was kind of hard. You're forced to, even if it's just something simple like the specials.
Yeah.
You're forced to, like, all right, it was working, now it's not.
Yeah.
Why is it not? And like, what do I need to do now to, like, get it
right?
back right?
And it's tough to even wait for that point when you say, oh shit, now it's not. What do we do next? Because it might take you, the next big thing could hit you like in a couple weeks or a month or whatever. So it's like you got to already be thinking about what's going on and have something ready to go as soon as this doesn't hit. Because then, like, if it's not hitting and people are coming in, they're noticing it's not hitting, and then, okay, maybe I'll go to the next thing, And, and I think in this business, like, it's like once you lose people, once somebody moves on to the next spot or thing or whatever it is, like, they don't go back. And I know my friends, I don't go back if I'm treated wrong at some place that I always went to. I move on to the next one that treats me well, and then and even if the other place says, oh, I came back, we switched everything around, like, honestly, like, oh, cool, I'm happy here, like, I don't really go back,
I'm chill.
And then you gotta. So it's 24/7.
So
keep people's interest.
Is the philosophy to basically keep evolving, like complacency kills type thing?
Complacency kills for sure. Yeah, definitely. Like, the involvement for sure, and just it's just coming up with fun things that people want, watching the trends and capitalizing on that kind of stuff, and talking to your people and what they want to see, and talk to your guests really, because if they say, hey, we would love to do something, whatever it is, we'd love a karaoke night on Tuesdays. Cool, let's try it out. If it works, great. Let's roll with that for a little bit.
Word.
Yeah.
Then what would you say is your personal philosophy?
I mean,
I like what he said. It was
yeah,
pretty good.
yeah. I think Reed nailed that. No, I mean, I think he nailed it. You always got to be changing, and especially the bar, and like totally different side than to compare that to like our franchise business is like the
Popeyes.
franchise as a franchisee, like you can look at everything and you see everything, so you have a very strict like, okay, this is how things should go, and if you need to do
almost.
yeah, it's very easy. You follow, not easy, but in a sense of where you should be. Nobody gives you a playbook when you wake up on Friday morning here of like what you're gonna do. So luckily we have an awesome team. I mean, we have the same core group of, I don't know. I mean, our management group now is about 35 to 50-ish in there as far as upper management, but the same 4 or 5, 6 people kind of have been core in the, I guess like the Stanton Bowery, the 310, 82, 1, 2, 3, 4, places, and 511. So it helps because we all work together. It's been 7, 8 years. We all know how each other work, play on each other's strengths, and I think. I mean, that's our biggest thing is figuring out, I can't expect Reed to jump on Excel and do a bunch of, work like that.
Thank God you said that.
Yeah, don't.
Thank God you said that. It's documented.
Now he does over time. He's better. But, like his strength, obviously, is you wouldn't want me back there telling you which liquor pairs with citrus the best. Like, you're going to tell me to go back to my computer, and like, but there's a place for that and like to everything. I mean, it's a business at the end of the day. So there's a place to, if Reed was in charge of everything, it'd go one way. If I was in charge of everything, it'd go another way. So, I guess philosophy with this is just being able to listen, kind of find that middle ground of moving forward, and then, just appealing to the customer base. It's obviously way different than a Palm Beach and way different than New York at times. There is crossover, but the customer base is different, and you have to understand that, learn to adapt as well.
Would you say the 511 base is more similar to West Palm or New York?
Probably West Palm.
I'd say a little bit. Well, I think West Palm, as far as just the people and like how they party and stuff, and even just so like the fact that it's heavy on the table service and stuff like that, and the nightlife side of it,
New York, they just want to dance.
Yeah, New York, they're dancing around, they're hitting the bar forward stuff. They do some tables and stuff like that, but it's mostly like a heavy bar forward and just like jamming around, bouncing around the place kind of thing, which is cool. But Palm Beach got to be with the bottle service, and this place is obviously heavy on the nightlife bottle service side of it.
Yeah.
So I think it's a little bit closer to that as far as, and especially as the community goes. Like New York's a real big city that's tough to get the same regulars in all the time. You might see a lot of new faces and stuff even there. But Palm Beach is always the same people still, really tight-knit community there. I've learned that Tampa, even though it's a much bigger city than West Palm, there's such a small, tight-knit nightlife community and that goes out and enjoys these spots.
The same people.
Yeah, so you see the same people there, which is cool, which is what I'm used to that, and I love that.
Yeah.
I like to see the same people and give them, the good service and welcome them in and give them, some shots and the perks that they get as being regulars and stuff.
Right.
So that's always cool to see, yeah.
Now, as regulars and people that come to 511 a lot, if they've never been, they're probably really confused about what all the alien stuff's about. But even people that are residents and we're here all the time, where did it come from? Because there was no alien at first. Then one day he showed up, and then next thing I know, we have a mural on the whole ass wall, and he became a thing when he first got going. What was that, last summer?
Yeah, well, yes. When he arrived here, he landed in the company about maybe 4 years ago at 123, and it was like it was one of our owners, Rick's cousin, stopped by one day, and we met him, and the guy is like the coolest guy. He's like this beachy dude from South Florida. And he comes in, he's sandals, drinking tons of Coronas, big Heat fans, so they come in and watch the Heat game.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And
that's my guy. Let's get some Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, and he got to just chatting with us, and he, really just cool, down to earth guy. He kept coming back all the time and hanging out with us and bringing the girls like these gifts and stuff from like the flea market and stuff like that they would have. It was great. They loved it. And one day he showed up with that alien, and it was branded with 123 Datura on the chest, like this one is with 511. And he was like, "Here you go. You could use this for Halloween." He's like, "I just got this at the flea market or at an auction or something." I was like, "Oh wow." You know, I was like, "Okay." And I'm like, "I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with this fucking thing," because I think our Halloween. It was 2 days before Halloween. Our Halloween theme that year was the Sandlot. There's fucking nothing to do with aliens. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm like, shit. I'm like, yeah, cool. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do with this. So I put it in the back, and I'm like, all right, our plan was to just put it out. You know, out of respect for him because we like him, we're gonna put it out.
Cool, yeah.
We're gonna put it out there, you know, in the area, in the bar, and then just go about it. And we were like, oh, we'll just get rid of it later. And I fucking did. I can't even tell you. Like, as soon as people noticed this thing, it was the biggest hit that they've ever had. It was passed around that whole night. Photos taken with it. Like, it was the greatest thing anyone's ever seen. And so from then on, it just became the mascot, really, and it was there.
Yeah.
And people went nuts for it. It's crazy the content that thing would get. People would steal it and take it on vacation.
Yeah.
It's been to the Bahamas. I think it went to Boston. It's been all over the place. And we would say, all right, just bring it back whenever you feel like it. And it would just show back up and stuff like that. And,
As long as he makes it home.
yeah, as long as he makes it home, we're cool. You do whatever you want with it. And yeah, that's just kind of how it went. And then 4 opened, and then Dave, Rick's cousin, Dave, he brought one for 4, so now 4 had one. And then when 511 opened, people would come in that knew 123 and ask where it was, and we were like, oh shit, we got to get one here.
Where's the alien at, dog?
Yeah, we're like, I guess we got to get one here. So he called Dave, and eventually we got it. And yeah, dude, it showed up, and fucking again, people went absolutely crazy for it and loved it. And this is the first place that has an actual mural dedicated to it or anything really that's not just the statue. So
That fires me up.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, the mural came out sick.
Stupid.
But yeah, it was just
People are stupid.
dude, it was
like
so
aliens.
it was so fucking random, dude. And just so we put it out, it had nothing to do with that theme that one year, man. But we just put it out anyway, and shit.
Nice and silly.
Yeah, so that goes to show, man. You never know what's gonna hit.
And you can study and study and
Yeah.
make all these plans, and you just put a prop fucking
Dude,
alien out, and that's what hits.
And that's why I love this industry, dude. Because you can't fucking
Makes no sense.
study it. You can't. You just have to be in it and experience it and live it. And whatever happens that day. There's no 2 days are the same. So
No 2 days are the same. Put it on his fucking bio too.
put that on my tombstone.
Bro, I was gonna say that. I was like, that's kind of dark. This is supposed to be more positive, but either way, that was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I enjoyed myself. Did you guys enjoy yourselves?
Yeah, dude. Let's do it again next week.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll be back next week. I don't know about that.
How do you feel about 2 guest hosts going forward?
Ooh, that would be pretty
Yeah.
fun.
Maybe we should interview you now.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
What's your experience at 511?
Yeah.
Well, I think I was here the opening weekend.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You were also here last night.
I was here last night.
Which one was better?
Yeah. I don't know. Those early days were different.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the booth was that little table
shit.
thing in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
I'm in this little
It's
corner.
changed.
Yeah.
We're in my
That's right.
We're
You
gonna
had
try to
this-
do some
You had
for
the
you.
standing table.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
You had
It
the
was a little
standing
facade
DJ
thing.
booth.
Yeah, we had those
Yeah.
for a while until we figured out to build real booths.
That shit was awesome. But
I think we're
I
gonna
can
try
see
to
the
do some more
music-
stuff with move the booth in the middle for a couple parties.
should.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, we
I
did
like
that
the time
before.
that the booth was here.
Yeah, it was over here.
That
wasn't
was
it?
cool.
That was for
Yeah.
that one boiler room.
That
stuff.
one
Oh,
part.
yeah, whatever,
We
yeah.
did one here. We pulled it up on
Yeah.
4th of July last year. It
Oh,
was
that'd be
good.
cool.
Technically, last night would have been 2 years.
2 years was
Anniversary parties next week.
Yeah,
Yeah, coming up.
Coming up, or yeah, around this time. Yeah, we're celebrating it next Saturday. Yeah, we're celebrating this coming Saturday. Yeah,
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
This
Yeah.
video's not coming out before that.
All right, cool.
Shout out to
We
Biscuit.
totally,
Yeah, but
we
you-
totally know.
You'll still be
Totally know what's going
there.
on here.
But yeah, it's been fun. That was a good run. We'll definitely get another episode in. Maybe even bring Tony in for a roast episode.
Yeah.
I love it.
Just
man.
make fun of
Get
him the whole
Tony
time.
in there, man. Tony.
That would be a Florida versus New York episode. It'd be me and you just bullying.
Cool.
Yeah, the two
Tonys.
Tonys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But the Tonys are not even
Two
Italian.
Tonys.
But one more time for Reed, one more time for Anthony. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that dumb shit.
Come to the bar.
Yeah.
Come to 511.
Yeah, man.
What if they reference that they saw you?
Yeah,
on
if
the
you saw us
podcast?
on this podcast,
yeah.
We'll get-
Ask
we'll
for Reed.
we'll do shots with you.
Get a hat.
Yeah,
Make
that's
sure
We'll
they
do
get you a
shots
hat.
with you.
They got-
Yeah, we'll give you hats and shots and
I think I
whatever.
don't know if I have that one. Is that the blue lettering on the?
Yeah, that's the Stanton Bowery one.
Okay. Okay, I got a couple standing by. I got a little like shrine.
You probably
Yeah,
have a
you're
lot
wearing
of
the
them.
310 one.
I got a
Oh, yeah,
collection.
so you got-
I got
yeah.
310s.
Oh,
I
wow.
got 1, 2, 3s.
You gotta get an 82 one.
Yeah, you need
No.
an 82. Those are
See, but I
hard
gotta
to find.
play it. It
We
doesn't
don't.
count.
We don't
There's
have
no DJs there.
Oh.
So you can play. You can set
All
up
right,
a-
yeah.
You
well,
can
look
be
at
in
the iPad.
charge of the iPad.
Yeah, there's
though.
an iPad there, so you can
Yeah.
play. You can play.
Yeah, I'll switch
You
up
can
the
play.
playlist.
You can play.
Yeah,
In a way.
you can walk around with the iPad.
Yes. So you can. Yeah, you can do. Yeah.
Dope.
All right.
There you
I'm
go.
in it then.
Sold.
Done.
Cheers,
You're
mate.
booked.
That was awesome. Booked. Booked. Booked.